Hi, and how's it going, folks? I'm Scott Stragan, and this is Ark Survival Evolved, my beginner's guide. I think we're at part 13 now, unlucky for some. If you managed to make it all this way, it must mean you're enjoying the videos. So if you are, mind and hit the thumbs up, leave us a comment, let me know what you think. Wee subscription goes a long way, and yeah, let's get started. So the last time we were away getting the Fiomia and got a few wee bits and pieces done, all arranged around the farming side of things. We now have our crop pot set up, we have our dung beetle giving us plenty of fertiliser now, we've even got the old compost bin to go as well, and we get the Fiomia here to provide us with all the goodies we need instead of having to chase that Bronto about every time we want some. So, just been stocking up and just keeping an eye on the dung beetle, because the sooner we can get these crop pots full with... He's moving again, so he must be ready. It can be a wee bit fidgety to get his inventory up. That's the only thing with this method. PC's got a great method. It's called it's called a hitching post, and it's just like a wee railing, and you can put one of them down, and then you attach a lead basically to your dinos, and it stops them wandering off when you put them on wander, which is a great thing. It'd be nice to have that for your dung beetles in this. Same with the other tames, the rest of your tames. But yeah, right, so we were talking about continuing on with the farming sort of side of things. Big part of farming is, the whole point is to make kibble. Making kibble is not an easy process. Well, it used to be a lot harder than it is now, because you used to have a specific dino for a specific kibble. Now it's done in size grading for the eggs. I've been running up and down the beach as well. Get plenty of dodos about, so there's plenty of dodo eggs lying about the beach. Another great place to get free eggs, basically, is Herbie Island. If you just circle Herbie Island, you'll see there's eggs lying about. Just be careful of the Bronto eggs and the Pteranodon eggs even, because they will attack you for them. But the last episode I said we're going to get a cooking pot made up now, and we were talking about another modern pestle, because we need to actually start building up some cement paste as well, because we need that for some of the few items that we will unlock in later episodes. So first we'll just go back into structures. Still running through the engrams. If the moss chops would stop shouting at me through the wall. So we're going to go into cooking this time. We've got our fire. Now we're going to look at the cooking pot. So flintstone, thatch and wood. Just dive in here. Thatch, wood, flintstone, thatch and wood. Flintstone, thatch and wood. And back into crafting, and you'll see it's highlighted white. And we'll just craft one of them. So we're going to look at another Morton Pasto as well, because that one's predominantly taken up by narcotics. So basically, the wee bit of experience you get from the making of the narcotics constantly can be boosted up as well by making spark powder, cement paste, gunpowder is a good one for a later game when you come to the point for that. So we're just going to go back into crafting now and see what we need. Hide and stone. Okay, so stone's in this one. Don't have a lot of stone. This is another thing we'll need to rectify. Progression also comes, you really need to have the dinos to help you progress. And really by now we should have a flat hit. Should have had basically, well, at level 30, 36, 38, 39 even, 38. We unlocked the saddle for the Pteranodon. Basically at that point you want to again try and hunt down a good Pteranodon. And the best locations for the Pteranodons is Herbie Island, because you can actually farm them to respawn. So you kill all the lower level ones and hopefully a better level one will spawn in. But it's quite a journey up to Herbie Island from here. And I'm not quite ready for that as well. But there is other locations you can pick up some good Pteranodons within the vicinity. I've had quite a few from behind where we are. The next like bay over. I've had a couple of good ones spawning in there, but you've got to kill the lower level ones first to get the better ones to spawn in as well. But that's something we may be looking at in the next video. Also, if you like the taming and stuff like that, I'm currently doing a series where I'm taming absolutely everything on Ark, or hoping to tame everything on Ark. And basically, it's going to have all the tames that you're going to need to progress in that as well. So it's maybe worth a wee watch. That's the other series I'm doing at the moment that runs side by side with this one. Right, that should be alright there. I'll just put that in. Usually I would have built a table and put these up so they're not on the floor, but we're not really. That comes with progression. Right, so if we just have a quick look in here, I know the other one's busy. We've got spark powder, narcotics, cement paste and gunpowder. To make the gunpowder you need charcoal and spark powder. That's how we're making charcoal. Charcoal you burn wood in the furnace or torches or campfires. That's how we're not using spark powder in them. We're using wood. Cement paste, chitin, keratin and stone. I like this area because there is usually a lot of trilobites and you do get quite a fair bit of chitin and keratin off them. Spark powder is just flint and stone. These all give you experience when you're making them, so it's worth doing. Excuse me. Oh dear. I don't know why I make a coffee when I start recording, because it always goes cold. Right, so we've now got our cooking pot here, so we need to find a wee spot for this. I was thinking about there, but then we need to find a new home for this chappie. I'll try to think, because eventually we will need to expand a bit more. And right, a cooking pot's not that expensive, so I can throw it down wherever. I'm just trying to keep everything tidy as well. It's always better if you can keep yourself organised. Right, where am I here? It's just so I can get into the moss shops as well. Just park him up there. Right. Jesus. It's just we're no one and we block the door so we can, when we're coming and going. That's alright. Right, so if we click on to the cooking pot, this is where you'll see the events. Well, I don't actually think they're going to be doing the events anymore, where you can get the skins on the events and stuff. This isn't even going to fit here. I forgot I don't have clipping on. So usually I would have been able to set it right in that wee gap, but right, okay. Right, we'll go pop it in front here. We'll all be adjusting everything later on. Right, so just have a wee look in here and see what this does. Right, the cooking pot is where you make your dyes, your kibbles, and that's predominantly it. You must have water, so you need to fill it either with water jars, put water jars in, water skins or canteens or flasks, or as long as it's got a source of water in it. You've got to do that manually. Later on with the cooking pot, you can actually plumb it into the mains water supply, so that's a wee bit down the line. So you can cook all your fancy foods in here as well, like your focal chilies, your fire curries, other fancy things like that. All can get done in here, but you must have water in and the rest of the ingredients you need. For kibbles, you'll need eggs, the appropriate size of egg. You'll need like cooked meats, could be you need cooked meats and specific berries. Also with is it fibre? Well, I'm pretty sure it's fibre. Yeah, done with it. And basically, then you can make your kibble. Great thing for learning how to do the kibbles and that is an app you can get for your phone. It's called Dodorex. Great wee site. Also, you've got crumple corn for if you're doing major breeding and taming. I'm pretty sure the crumple corn one is the stat. It tells you all about the stats and if it's a good tame or not. So if you knock a tame out and you find out it's got absolute rubbish stats, then you've got a choice to make. You either keep it for eggs or you do away with it and look for another one if you're looking for max level taming and stuff. But that's down to preference and how far you're actually into the game. But at the moment, that is the cooking pot. As I say, it's your prime provider for kibble at the moment. We're going to get some veggies and all that growing up anyway, and you'll see that happening. Ready for some more. Right, come on you. As I say, it can be a pain, especially if you've got 2 or 3 dung beetles and you're trying to and wait again for his point. Right, there we go. That's the one. I actually forgot how slow the crock pot was. Not the crock pot, the compost bin was to actually make fertiliser. Usually when you start farming, one of the first things you go for is like a dung beetle. You slap in a wee bit of spoilt meat or whatever size of feces. So, which isn't too bad to get tamed. Oh, you can also pick them up as well, so you can carry them back and you can fly them back if you've got a tame as well. Flyer. Just checking for more spoiled meat than now. As you see, got some wee dodo eggs there. I can't quite remember. I think it's just basic kibble they make, where for the pteranodon we'll need regular kibble. Excuse me. Definitely need to look at maybe doing something, because with the once we get the pteranodon, that will allow us to get an RJ. Once you've got an RJ, it's a big game changer. You can pick up tames, you can bring them back, put them in traps, you can put them into drop traps, which we'll be using to show you how to tame and use the drop traps as well. They're older style traps, but they're reliable. It's the same with the RJ trap. Some of these new ones look absolutely fantastic, but my personal preference is the old style. 4 or 5 gates, and it's never let me down yet. So these new ones, yeah, they do look fancy and that, but I know it's all tried and tested methods, and they're a wee bit cheaper to make. But if you're going after a good RJ, or that last thing you want is just that one time that just doesn't work for you and it gets away. Right, so we're too far. It's, as I was saying, for pteranodons, virtually in that sort of direction, or behind that hill there's usually pteranodons spawning along the side of the water over there. Not this side, but actually over the top of the hill. Or if you head that way, you've got the big island peninsula, but maybe the big stone pillars and all that's there. You usually get some around there. But being around there as well is a bit dodgy, because you do get a lot of pegos, you get a lot of ichthyes. So when you're taming, basically you want to make sure you're safe. If you know you're going to be taming in a nasty area, make spike walls. Yeah, it's a wee bit more weight to carry, but if you've got the resources, it's better to do that and get the full levels for your tame, instead of you taming and getting something coming along and eating it. Right, so we've got the cooking pot up, sorry. Grab these. Might not be too exciting a video, this one. It's all the exciting stuff's probably due to come. And stamina. So at the moment it's just getting our farming sorted and stuff like that. It's might not be one of the glorious parts of Ark, but it is a necessity you've got to do. And with that comes with experience. Right, oh dear. Right. We don't have much stone, do we? No we don't. Right, well that puts that idea out of the road. I'll need to do some farming, and so we can get some bits and pieces, items created up that we need. Just trying to get his weight up a bit more. But yeah, we'll get these crop pots filled up. I'll carry on for a wee while after I finish recording. We'll get these crop pots filled up, but we won't plant the seeds, so wait till the next video for that. And I'll go and do a wee bit of reconnaissance, see if we can find a good pteranodon to tame. So I'm pretty sure that is going to be the next part to this series. We've really got to make life easier for ourselves. We really need to start getting a flyer, getting the tames we need, Ankies, Dedicarus, something better that gathers wood. The Therizinosaur is one of the best, but it's also one of the longest tames. And its turbidity comes down rapid style, so you do need a lot of narcotics for it. Even the low level ones. Plus, they're absolutely devastating if they get their hands on you, or their claws on you. So we're going to be looking at that then for the next video, I think. We get a pteranodon tamed, plus it will let you see a bit more of the map as well. I can point out a lot more of the resource locations and different bits and pieces. We can do a lot more spotting for tames as well, because we still are needing a better meat collector. There's plenty of wee raptors about, but with that, right, okay, that would pop up, wouldn't it? Well, I can see that. I don't know if you could, but my controller's about to run out on me. Perfect timing. Right, so we're going to leave this at the moment. We made our extra modern pestle. We got our cooking pot up and running now. We just need these veggies. I'll carry on making fertilizer now, and I'll go and do some scouting for a pteranodon. Hopefully we'll be able to get one. It probably will be a prime meat tame if we can get prime meat. I'm going to have to take the chops with me, and hopefully, see, the raw prime for the snakes wouldn't even last that long to go and find it. I don't know. We'll come across that bridge when we get to it. But at the moment, I'm pretty sure you just don't want to see me going for a mile hike in that direction looking for a pteranodon. So we'll come back in the next episode and we will go and look for a pteranodon. We've got the materials for the saddle, so we'll be able to get flying as soon as we get it back, and that will help with other tames as well. It will help the progress of the tames we need, so we can expand this little base and start making that a proper PvE base. We may even move location a little bit to down here. It's a bigger area. But yeah, if you're enjoying the series, you're enjoying the videos, hit that thumbs up. It's much appreciated. The likes I'm getting, the subs I'm getting. For somebody that's pretty new to YouTube, it's absolutely brilliant when you check your subs and you see that you've had a new sub and that. It's always great. It gives you a wee bit of inspiration to keep going. So hit the subs and the thumbs up if you're enjoying the videos and stuff. We'll probably do a lot more bits and pieces throughout other series and different things. But yeah, until then, take care, stay safe, we'll catch you in the next one.